Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm really excited about today's video. This is a little different from what we usually do. We're gonna be talking about all things baby products, favorite baby products, newborn essentials, things you should put on your registry, things that I used. And then I'm also gonna add in some new things that I'm gonna be trying out this time around with baby girl number 2. I'm hoping that this can just be really just informative, helpful, a resource for you, especially if you're expecting, or even if you're like just thinking of wanting to have kids one day and you don't know what to add onto your baby registry, things like that, or if you're buying for a friend. For those of you that are new to our channel, my name is Cynthia. My husband Joey and I create content around faith, family, and lifestyle. We have a 2.5-year-old daughter named Alessia. We call her Lessie. And baby girl number 2 is on the way. I'm currently 37 weeks pregnant, so we've reached the point where she could come at any point this time. So I could be, you know, having another kid next week, or, you know, wait until the due date, which is like 3 weeks from now. So this is why we're kind of going through all of this stuff. I hope that this is helpful for you. I'm gonna be linking all of these things down below in the description, and then I'll probably just put an Amazon list together with everything in one spot. That way, if you need to come back to it at any point, you can do that too. So I broke this down by category and I have it written in my notes. So we'll just go through each category and then kind of things that I use. I might even honestly mention things that I have that I'm not going to be using this time around, just so it's a little helpful too. And let's first start off with feeding. So when it came to bottles, honestly, I tried so many different bottles. I've tried the Dr. Brown's, I've tried Philips Advent, like the anti-colic bottles. It's definitely your preference, what works best for you, what your baby likes, whether you're nursing or not nursing. For me personally, I was nursing in the beginning, and I also just like wanted something that was easy to use and put together. And the one that I really landed on was the Boone Nurse bottle. So it looks like this. I will say these are really cool because they grow with your child, and we've been able to use these from when she was really little. Changed out the top, and now she uses it as like a sippy cup. They also have the 4 ounce. So this is the 8 ounce. They have the 4 ounce for when your baby's really small. And then this, they just sell like a bunch of different attachments. This is the sippy cup one, but we had the regular bottle one as well. And then we're even at the point where now like we swap these out and just use these as a cup for her now that she's 2.5 and doesn't really need the sippy cup anymore. Put a straw in it. But these worked really well for us, mostly because I personally had such a hard time with washing bottle parts. Like I literally would be up in the middle of the night for so long washing all these little baby bottle parts, and that was just so stressful to me. Now this time around, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. This is so easy to wash. It just has like this silicone attachment inside, and they can honestly, like the older they get, they can just hold it like this too. So it's easy for them to hold, very easy to clean. This pops out, it's literally a couple pieces, whereas I found like the Dr. Brown's were just like so many different pieces that it was honestly a lot to clean everything. All right, next is burp clots. I'll keep this quick because I feel like everyone at the time, I had my daughter in 2022. At the time, everyone was buying these like white muslin Amazon burp cloths, and I hopped on that train. I got a big pack of those, and I didn't like them. Like they just shrunk so bad, so fast. Like, you know, I started off with this big cloth. Before you knew it, it's half the size, and they were really thin, and I just wasn't a huge fan. This time around, I'm opting for some like thicker burp cloths, so I'll show you what I have. So I got these from Tiny Kind, and it came in a pack of 4. I'll open one up just so you can see. They're pretty big and thick, so I like that the material is definitely like thicker, and you know, you don't have to worry about the throw up getting on your clothes or anything. It's just, I'm excited to use these, and I feel like this will be a much better fit for what I need. Bottle drying rack, I definitely used one. I used the OXO Tot space saving drying rack, and we were in an apartment at the time, and honestly that was the best thing for us. It's very compact, very easy to use. You just, you know, put it against your backsplash or whatever it is in your kitchen. Doesn't take up a lot of space. Two things that we did have from Dr. Brown that I did like, and I still have them and potentially will still use them, is the bottle warmer from Dr. Brown's and the sterilizer. The bottle warmer I did use because even though I was nursing, I would pump and have milk, and you can actually heat up like the, you know, bags of milk in there. I also used the sterilizer a lot, honestly, in the beginning too. This time around, I'm going to be trying something different. I got the Baby Brezza bottle washer, so I'll put a picture in. It's very nice. I'm probably looking forward to using this the most, just because I won't have to wash the bottles by hand, and it basically just washes them, sterilizes them, dries them, like all in one. And so I would show you, but it's a little heavy, so I can't pick that up right now. It's just one of those things, but I'm definitely going to be trying that out. I'm excited about that because at this point, anything that will save me time, especially now having a toddler, I'm all for. This one I honestly didn't get when I first had my daughter, which is a high chair. I got this like 6 months after she was born because she wasn't eating solids. So I really didn't need a high chair, but the first one that I did get for her was it was like from Juvie. I'll put a picture of it here. It was great. Like I liked it. It was cozy for her, spacious. It folded in a really compact way that I could just tuck it away. The one thing I'll say about that one is it was very difficult to clean. To this day, like honestly, there's still parts of it that I'm like, I just couldn't even get into all of the crevices to clean everything, which I didn't like. So this time I'm opting for a different option, and I got the Stoke Trip Trap high chair, which my daughter actually has been using it now because it grows with your kid and turns into like a toddler chair, a regular chair. So I'm gonna be converting that into like a baby high chair once we actually need it, but she's using it right now for herself. And it's very easy to wipe. It's just wood, wipe it down, mess is gone, crumbs are gone, so much easier to clean, which I'm excited about. All right, so this section here might apply to you, might not if you're nursing or not, but I did try nursing. That is like a whole other story. I went through a lot when it came to nursing. I did not at the time know anyone who nursed. Like my family growing up like did not nurse. Like they just went straight to formula, which like I'm not opposed to that either. Like honestly, do what is best for you. You gotta feed your baby. So I took on this, like I wanna learn how to do this, and I wanna do this for my daughter just because of all the benefits and stuff like that. So when it came down to finding a pump parts, you know, storing your milk, all of these different things, I was very, very new to just everything, and which I feel like most moms are. And so I just went through a lot with like healing. I almost got mastitis like 3 times. I went through a lot. I have the Spectra pump. I have the pink one. There's also a blue one, I believe. This one, the only difference honestly is that this one you have to plug into a wall, and the blue one, I think you can charge it and kind of like move it around. That really didn't bother me. This one was completely free through my insurance, so I didn't have to pay. The blue one was like a little bit extra. If you do have the option to get that one, I would just get it. But this one works completely fine. It came with all of the pump parts. I will say that when I got my flanges, as they call them, the part like actually goes on, they were a lot bigger than what I needed. So I actually ended up doing a ton of research on like what is the best one to get, and I landed on these from Lactech. So I actually had to like measure myself, and I got these. They're like more of a silicone versus the Spectral ones are hard plastic. And so these are supposed to be more like the natural motion of like your baby drinking milk from you. So they're silicone. The one thing I did have to get is an adapter for the pump. I can link all of this, but these are very, very comfortable to use versus the plastic ones. And so I just had a better experience with the pumping after I got these. A couple other things that were really helpful for me. I also purchased a manual breast pump. So I got the Medela one. I'm gonna link this too, but it just looks like this. And I could just use the same Lactech insert into here. And just if I needed to kind of like, I was on the go or I was like engorged or whatever it is, you could just use this. And honestly, it worked really well. It was really easy to use, and this came in handy a good amount of times. It's easy also to just throw this into your diaper bag. Very compact, don't have to worry about a huge, you know, lugging your machine around. I didn't use like the portable breast pumps. I'm not opposed to that. I opted for the free option, and because I also just like didn't know if I was going to continue breastfeeding, so I didn't want to get like too many things. But this is like 20 bucks, so honestly might as well just get that just in case. And then another thing, I did get the Haka. I have to like wash all of these parts. I just took them out of storage, but Haka, put it on the other side, collects milk while your baby's feeding, and then you can just put these into storage bags. In terms of storage bags, the two that I used were the Medela ones and the Lancino ones. Both worked great, honestly. I was gifted the Lancino ones. I ended up, I don't even know, I think the Medela ones I just got at Target. Both are really great. I will say the Medela are a bit thicker, so if you want a thicker bag that's just like a little like easier to stand up, then go for the Medela. Lancino, it's a little thinner, but still great storage bags. Also used these like reusable, just like pads that you put into your bras, just in case you're like leaking. I got like a pack of, I don't know if it was like 10 or 14 off of Amazon. Very affordable. You just wash them after you use them. I prefer these over the ones that are disposable and you can like stick them to your shirt. Those weren't as comfortable. They're very thin, so it's like if you need something that's thinner, then cool, but these are just a lot more comfortable. My two things that I will just quickly share: a nipple ointment. I use the Medela Pure Land Lanolin cream. That was the one that worked for me the best. And then also the Legendary Milk Lecithin, sunflower lecithin. They're like little pills that you can get. I think I got mine at Target. You can get them on Amazon, Walmart, any of those places. And that just helped to like thin out your milk. And so like if you were getting a lot of like clogs and things like that, that eventually led to mastitis, I think honestly this time it's just good to have it on hand. I'm gonna have those two things from the beginning, so just a little suggestion. The sunflower lecithin helped me avoid getting mastitis for the third time. I didn't know why I was like continuing to get it, and so I think I just needed something that would like thin out the milk so it wouldn't get as clogged all the time. So that actually did work for me. And then lastly, just in terms of nursing equipment, I have a boppy. Looks like this. The cover's not on it because I need to wash it, but it basically just hugs you like this. And this was really helpful in the beginning for my daughter when she was really small, and I just didn't know like how to go about breastfeeding and everything and getting the position right and like the latch and everything. So this was super helpful for me in the beginning. As she got bigger and as I got more comfortable, I really didn't need a pillow as much, and I used it more so for her as she was growing and wanting to like sit up, like starting to learn to sit up, I kind of would put this around her, give her a little support. So it's like a good little like seat for them. Like there's different ways that you can use it, but I really liked this, and I'm planning to use this again. Next category is going to be sleeping. So for this time around, we did opt for a bassinet. I didn't have a no, like official bassinet for my first daughter. We did have the Baby Vista system that comes with the bassinet. So I mean, technically we did. But we only used that bassinet for her for like the first couple weeks. And honestly, we were just like bringing her around the house. Like if we were taking shifts, like if someone needed to sleep on the couch and she was right there, we would put her in that bassinet, and it's sleep safe. So that's completely okay to do that. But we didn't have the one that's like, you know, a larger bassinet next to the bed for like nighttime. We pretty much transitioned her to a crib because we were in a 1-bedroom apartment at the time. We didn't have a lot of space, so we just kind of worked with what we had. This time around, we did get a bassinet, which I'm excited about. It does like shift like in toward your bed, like you can kind of put it up and down, in and out to fit exactly to what you need. So I'm excited to use that. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be using that for, but that's what we're going to be doing in terms of the first couple weeks. I really love it. It's very cute. I'll put a picture of it here. I did link this in stories and I got a lot of questions about it, but just like the quality, and I like the way that it looks. In terms of our daughter's crib that we still have and we're planning to use for the second baby, she has a 3-in-1 crib. It's like a transitional crib that goes all the way up until now that she's a toddler. She has the toddler rail on it now, so I'll link that as well. We do have a Newton baby crib mattress. So for those that don't know, that's one that like, it's basically a breathable mattress, so that even if your, you know, baby's face is, you know, inward to the mattress, they can breathe right through. And that sounded like the safest option for us, so we went with that one. In terms of swaddles, my daughter, she would break out of like every single swaddle that we got for her. But these are the options that we use, and we're gonna see how baby number 2 is. Honestly, every kid is different, so she might like something completely different, but I'll show you the ones that I have. We actually had a bunch of these muslin swaddles, just like a regular blanket. You wrap them up in nice and tight. My daughter would just like find her way and sleep like this. So for the most part, she would always be wrapped, but I don't know, they get out of these things. These are ones that I thought I was honestly going to use a ton. And this is from Ellie's & Co. And these were more of like the Velcro type of swaddle that would just like hold them in, and it was supposed to be an easier option, but to be honest, like I never ended up using these because like she didn't like her arms in. I didn't wrap her in this. So I have them to try this time around, but who's to say I will use it? I will not know until she's here. We did use sleep sacks. So once she got a little bit bigger, I transitioned her from like the regular blankets to, this was my first sleep sack. This one's from Nested Bean, and it's a little like weighted sleep sack. So it's supposed to just imitate like a gentle hand kind of like on them so that they feel comforted. And this really worked for her. Like she liked having her arms out, and this I think is like 0 to 6 months. So she liked the fact that her arms are out. It just zips down, so it was easy if I needed to like change her or whatever. So we used this for the first couple months and then transitioned over to the Kite Baby sleep sacks. So these are the ones we ended up using for like the rest of her using a sleep sack. But this one is size medium, so it's just like once that one was too small, I got her this one. Same idea, except that this one's not weighted. And honestly, she was fine with that. She didn't really need the weighted one after she was like a little older. So we just got this one, and then when she got bigger, we sized up. You'll kind of see on their website, they have like a tog on them, like 1.0 or 2.0. And that's just basically based off of inside your house, how hot and cold it is. Then you'll know the thickness of like which one you want to get. So this one's just a 1.0. Sound machine, we do have a Hatch sound machine. A lot of people use the Hatch. So we use this for, you know, the entire, honestly, like first year of her life. We did get a portable one, just like off of Amazon. I'll link that one too. But we didn't use that as much. We tried to not have her be so dependent on the sound machine. Like if she was just out here and fell asleep, we just left her. Now that she's 2, she told us like, I don't want to use that anymore. Like it's too loud. So, you know, once they get an opinion, they'll let you know. The last thing I'll share for this category is PJs that I ended up using, which ones I liked. We used a lot of just like the onesies with the double zipper, so you can pull them down from the top or you can pull them up from the bottom. And these are just the easiest when it comes to changing your baby, especially at night. The ones that I really liked, honestly, were the ribbed ones from Old Navy. So these are from Old Navy. They have a little thing that you can put over their hands so they don't scratch themselves. And very affordable and like super stretchy. Like she honestly could wear, like this is 0 to 3 months, and I'm pretty sure she was like pushing a little past 3 months because they're just so stretchy. So I got a couple of these. There's a specific pack of Cloud Island. I went to Target recently and they still have them. The designs are new. So there's a specific pack, you're gonna have to touch them and feel them, from Cloud Island that are so soft. Like, I'm not sure. They are just so soft. It's like a pack of 2 or 3. And I loved these for her. They just seemed so cozy, and I'm definitely going to be reusing these. They come in really cute colors, a lot of neutrals, and honestly good quality for just getting a pack at Target. The cotton ones, just regular like little patterns and stuff from Old Navy, I like these because they were just fun. Like they were a good little PJ, affordable, nothing crazy, but just like a fun little pattern. And so I did get a couple of these as well. And then I do have some that are more of like the bamboo material. So this one was just like one that I got from local little kids boutique, just like that really soft like bamboo material. I also have like some just regular onesies, a set of like stretchy pants with some t-shirts. I had her in the summer, so like she just needed different things. It's pretty cold where we live, so we're actually in Texas, and the January, February months is when it starts to get cold, so she's probably gonna need a couple like long sleeve onesies instead, and that's it. They're good to go with that. You're gonna be rotating through so many outfits just between like spit up and poop and all the fun things. So I'm planning to just have like at least a week's worth of clothes in like her top drawer, you know, just for easy access. They don't even need a ton of things when they're that small. They really need you at the end of the day. So don't focus so much on all of the things. Even if you just have a couple basics, you know, 2 swaddle blankets, a couple PJs that you can just wash, you know what I mean? Like a couple burp cloths. Like don't stress out over stuff like that. I think like one thing that I really did stress out about, like I need to make sure I have everything, and like you can't use everything at the end of the day. There's so much stuff that I ended up having to donate, or just like I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, this is brand new. Like I never used this pack of like 10 onesies. I know I've done like a lot of talking. Let's get to baby gear. You're gonna wanna like put them somewhere. One thing that really helped me the first like couple weeks was the Snuggle Me Lounger. So I have mine here. I just have like the natural color, and basically you can just plop this on your bed, you can plop this on the couch. I use it a lot on my couch, and you know, I have the cover for it as well. I just have to wash it, but you can get the cover, or you could just throw a blanket over it and just put your baby down. But it basically just like hugs them and helps them feel comforted. If you can, get like some type of little swing for them so you can put them in there. You're not always having to like hold them every like, you know, all day, every day. It gives you a little break if you need like the bathroom or something. We got gifted the 4Moms Mamaroo, so I'll put a picture of that as well. It just like has some sounds, it has motion. It's just, honestly, she really liked that, and it really helped me out at the time because I went back to work after she, you know, my 3-month maternity leave. And so I needed something that would like kind of keep her busy, but like keep me hands-free so that I could get work done. I worked from home. That really saved me, and like I'm super grateful for that. I know like not everyone can get a swing, or you know, that specific swing. I'm not saying you need to get that specific one, but that one did work for us. But just something that you can like lounge them in that's not this, because at the end of the day, like this part right here is very thin, so I don't know that I would like, you can put it on the floor for sure. It's just like they would feel like the floor underneath it. And then in terms of stroller, honestly, this just depends on your budget. It depends on what you need. It depends on so many different factors. We got gifted the UPPAbaby Vista stroller, like the pack. So it came with the stroller, the car seat, and the bassinet attachment. And we really loved it. Like I think that that was like one of the most used things that we used, like, was our stroller. There are a lot of great options out there, but I will say the quality, we still use ours with our daughter. She's 2.5. Like it has lasted. The quality is so good. Like we've used it so much and it still looks good. The ride is very smooth. It's worth it if you can get it, or if someone can gift it to you, or if you do like a gifting, like everyone pitches in for that. I think that would be 100% worth it. This time around, we were gifted a Doona. So I've never used a Doona. I've heard amazing things about them, but basically it's a car seat that like with a click of a button, it like transforms into a stroller. So it's very compact, it's very easy to use. We're gonna try that out this time. It's something that like at a certain point your baby's gonna grow out of it, because it's an infant stroller. So it's like the UPPAbaby one is good because you can use it all the way up until they're toddlers. In terms of a diaper bag, I went with this company called Mina Bay. This is their Stevie vegan dark brown. Love the color. I do have the black one that I used for my other daughter, but basically this is like a full-size diaper bag, and I just like how sleek it is. It doesn't really look like a diaper bag. It's a backpack, but then it also has a strap so that you can use it as like a side bag, and it's just, it has helped me stay organized. There's a ton of pockets. I'm actually using it right now for my daughter, but there's a ton of, I'm not sure if you can see, just different pockets. There's a laptop sleeve. I also use their changing pad, just very sleek, a black one right in there. It has like the, if you're traveling, like it goes right onto your suitcase. And the front, usually I would just use for like my wallet, my keys, things that I need, lip gloss, chapstick, things like that. And this was honestly perfect. It fit everything that I needed and still had some space, especially if I was bringing in like my pump, different things like that. I could just slide it into one of the pockets. This was worth it to me just because there's a lot of diaper bags out there, you know? But this one just looked cool, and I just wanted to maintain, you know, I just wanted a nice bag. I just wanted a nice bag, and this one worked for me. So I have the black one now, and I have the brown one, and that's what I'm planning to use. Okay, there's two other things that I want to talk about before we get out of the baby gear section. Number one is a play mat, like a little play mat for the baby. I know that everyone uses the Love Every play mat. I didn't end up getting it. I got a different one, which was from Target. I will like show the picture here. And honestly, I was conflicted because I'm like, everyone gets this one. This is like for baby development. Like, is my baby not gonna like develop the same if I don't get the best of the best? Like, these are all questions that I was asking myself. Like, if I don't get that love everyone, like, is my kid gonna be behind? Like, you know, like legitimately asking myself those questions. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not gonna buy this for $100 and something. Like, I don't even know how long she's going to be using this for. So I opted for this option, and it was okay. Like, it was completely fine. And you know what? That is honestly, that playmat is what brought me to doing more research about like helping my daughter develop and like learn at a young age, because it didn't come with all of the like black and white cards and different things like that with it. So because of that, I was looking things up, and that's how I found the like different cards that I was using with her, different like Montessori type learning toys for her, that, you know, even though it wasn't that specific brand, it was a similar toy that did similar things, and it still was like cute. So I would just find like similar types of toys and equipment and like cards and different learning things for my daughter on Amazon, honestly, for like very affordable prices. And she turned out just fine. Like, she is doing great. And so I will also say, like, if you cannot get something like that, just do some research and find an alternative. And like, that is going to work as just as good as a different baby product. Like, honestly, it challenged me and put me in a position where like I wanted to be the best for her and make sure she was learning still and wasn't held back by the fact that like I couldn't buy $100 and something playmat. You know what I mean? The last thing that I'm gonna say for baby gear is a baby carrier. I did not use a baby carrier like that with my daughter. Like, number one, I was working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Like, I couldn't really carry her. I needed to be on my laptop. I worked from home. It wasn't something that I was like always thinking about. This time around, I do want to try to incorporate it more because I feel like I kind of missed out on that. I did have the Solly baby wrap, which I used a couple of times. For those that don't know, it's kind of like this. There's a specific way that you wrap it around. I cannot do that right now. I got to refresh myself on it. But it keeps, especially when they're small, it keeps your baby very close and just snug, and it's very, very soft material, like very, very soft. I'm definitely gonna try to use this while she's small and give it another try. I had like a more structured carrier, but the one that I got was so hard to put on that I literally never used it because I couldn't be bothered with it. Like, I just couldn't figure it out. And it was like a structured carrier, but the sides were similar to a wrap, and it would just always slide up. Like, it was hard to put it on and snap, and I was just lost when it came to that. So I gave up on it. I still have it. It's literally brand new. I'm trying to give it away to someone, but I did get gifted 2 different structured carriers this time around. The first one is from Maybe, and it's beautiful. Like, it's beautiful. And it looks like this. And literally all you do is snap on this belt, crisscross these, snap them into the side, snap it into the side, you're done. Like, I'm so excited to use this. And then I also got gifted the carrier from Wildbird, which I'm planning to try as well. Because I'm 37 weeks, this one sits a bit higher on your waist than the Maybe carrier. So I haven't been able to like fully try this one on. But very similar. The only difference is like the bottom piece right here has to kind of loop through and then it snaps in. But same idea. Crisscross, snap them on each side, and you're good to go. So I'm excited. I have a black one, I have a beige one, I have some options, so I'm going to give this a try this time. Like, I really am. I'm excited about that. All right, the last couple categories I'm gonna kind of just speed through. So we have diapering, bath, and then like health related things. So for diapers, I'm gonna say we use specifically the Pampers Swaddlers. I know that some people really don't like those. Some people prefer. It's really, honestly, diapers are a preference thing. For us, like, we tried multiple things and had blowouts, or like we didn't like the material. We didn't try any of like the luxe diapers, like Coterie, things like that. We preferred Pampers. Like, it felt like a thicker material. She didn't have blowouts like as much with the Pampers Swaddlers. Those just worked for us. If you can get like the welcome packs for your baby registry, they like send you different samples of diapers. I would say just try that and see what works for you, see what works for your baby, and just pick what is best based off of your experience. Diaper pails, we use the Ubi diaper pail with the specific bags for that, because if you try to use regular trash bags, the smell's gonna come right through. And so I recommend like get the actual diaper bags. They like sell them like in a big pack, and a pack lasts a while. So for us, we have that diaper pail with the diaper bags that go with it, and that has been awesome. One thing that we did get later on that was actually really helpful was from the same brand, Ubi. They have like a weighted wipe dispenser. So like you put a pack of wipes in there, and there's like a weight on top so that when you pull it out, one comes out. Another thing that's like, you don't need that, and we did fine for months without that. But once we got it, I think it's like 20 bucks. Maybe less than that. It was helpful. So it's like, if you can pop that on your registry, I would just throw that on there. I wouldn't bother with like wipe warmers, things like that. Like, we did just fine without a wipe warmer. Baby changing station, we went with the Kikaru peanut changer. It's very large. It's like, it looks nice on your dresser though. So like, if that's something that is important to you, for me, I wanted it to look nice. If I'm gonna put this on my dresser, like, I want it to look nice. It is wipeable. Some of the reviews and stuff will say like it's cold and different things like that, which I think it can like get cold for your baby. Maybe put like a little towel over it if you need to. It did stain a bit, like that was the only thing. In the first couple weeks, I wish I would have just put like a black towel or something, because that like very yellow poops, like it's hard to get that stain out. But I will say, I'm trying something out, and that's why I don't have my baby changer right here. I saw on TikTok that you can use some Dawn dish soap and put it out in the sun, scrub out the stain, and put it out in the sun, and it looks brand new. So I'm trying that out, and I'm gonna see if it works. Rash cream, again, like that's like preference. The more popular brand is like the Boudreaux's butt paste, the red one. That's the one that we use. Definitely works, and something that you should have on hand for your baby, some type of diaper rash cream. All right, on to bath. Soap, lotion. We got like a kit from Baby Organics, and we used that like her whole first year and a half. I love the smell, I like the ingredients. Now that she's a bit older, I have tried out Tubby Todd, and I really like that brand. It's a bit pricier if you're like, depending on what your budget is, but the quality and just like the smells of like the bubble bath and the bath soap and the lotions and the all over ointment, I really like that. I think it is worth the investment, especially if your baby has sensitive skin. I've heard that the all over ointment is really good for your baby's like face, like their little cheeks, their body. We have 2 baths, so I'll put pictures here, but the first one is one that we used while she was still really small. So this one was good. We could pop it into like our sink, or if we like needed to put it into the bathtub. It was just really easy to use. We put like a towel over, put her on top, bathed her while she was small, and then we transitioned her over to the second one, which is the Skip Hop Moby bathtub. And this one's really awesome because it grows with your baby, and so it has like the sling for when they're really small, then like the sling like drops down so they like still have back support, but they can sit in the actual tub, and then it transitions to taking like the whole like sling off and they can just sit in the bathtub. Do you need the first one? No, it's pretty affordable if you can get it, but you can use the skip hop one from like as soon as they're small, I believe. And then a couple last things, just like health related, electric nail trimmer. We got like the Haka one, just has it by like age, which color you use for their little nails. So that you're not using like the actual clippers. Easier to file down baby's nails, especially because they're so soft too. It's like it easily just like comes off. The Nose Frida by Frida Baby, just like snot sucker, like pulls out all the boogies, different things like that. Boogie wipes also came in very handy, like boogie drops. You'll see it like boogie wipes, like I'll put a picture here, but it's like boogie wipes, boogie drops, things that kind of moisten that area in their nose so that you can just suck up all of the gunk if they're ever congested. We also did the Frida Baby 3-in-1 thermometer. We still use that today. And then Little Remedies gripe water for just like fussiness, or if they're colicky or gassy, it just helps like relieve that. And it definitely helped. Like we didn't use it all the time, but like when we like really felt like we needed a little something extra, we used that and it helped. So that is everything. I hope that this was helpful. I'm gonna again link everything down below. If you have any other recommendations, definitely let me know. And if I come across anything else, I'll definitely share that too. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe to our channel, and let's connect in the comments. DM me on Instagram, something. And my daughter just woke up. You wanna jump in here? Let's see. Welcome. How was your nap?
Good.
Yeah, I was just sharing some baby products that we're gonna use for baby sis. Thank you, I love you. Thank you guys for watching, and excited to connect, and I'll see you on the next video. Say bye.